Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing good. Been pretty busy lately. Been working a lot. Been doing a lot of tuning lately. From the last video, as you can see, we got Cody's car up and running. Still needs some tweaks when he's ready to drive it. So we'll be doing that soon. Been doing a lot of tuning remotely. If you don't know, that's what I do on the side. Whether it's a startup tune, just a fuel adjustment, or tuning, spool up, no prep, track, street, whatever it is. So if you need any kind of assistance with Holly, get in touch with me and I can help you out. I've been trying to get stuff done on the car. I've been trying to mess with it here and there. Same excuse as always, not having a garage or any kind of space. I can't really do what I want to do, so it's kind of hard. And it's definitely hard to make a video out of the stuff I do, because I'm sure you guys don't want to see the little behind the scenes stuff that it takes to have a car like this, and the little things that you need to maintenance and check on and all that. I did take the car out and make a pass in it the other day, but before that it hasn't been out raced at all since the little shootout that we did on the street where my tire got cut open by the rocker. So this is the first pass since then, and the main thing was to see if the tire, new Hoosiers on it, see if they were going to cut open and see if I fixed my little CO2 leak I've been dealing with. Little pinhole in one of my lines, so the boost was kind of going, the dome sensor was going up and down, meaning that the boost wasn't as steady as it should be. So I think I figured that all out, but this is pretty much going to be the start to a video. I only have one pass that I made, and I'll just add to this to see if there's any progression or anything that I changed to make it better, just to keep you guys in the loop. I'll also throw in some friends' cars that made passes. Should be a pretty decent video with a little bit of action, and I know everybody likes seeing cars running, so hopefully it's a good one. And yeah, let's roll the footage. I don't think it'll do a burnout. I said, why not? Why wouldn't it do a burnout? You're gonna be smiling, look. You're gonna be happy as shit. That thing will probably hook right up. You don't got a two-step or nothing?
Stop.
Try to foot brake it as high as you can.
They won't even do a burnout. Hold on, man.
That wasn't bad for 5 pounds. Them babies are smoking. So as you can see, horrible pass. But there was a positive. The tire didn't get cut open, so my changes that I made with the rear control arms and squaring the rear, that seemed to fix that issue. I still kind of believe that the tires were bad, even though they were brand new. I've ran Hoosiers many times on this car, and I've never had that issue until I got that set. It's happened more than once. It happened at the track, and it's happened at the street, almost making me crash into the woods. So definitely not good. Like I said, I still think it was the tire, but the pass was horrible. But knowing that the tires are good now, it's squared, it's going somewhat straight. That was actually the same tune-up as the last hit I made on that street in the shootout. Just tamed down a little bit, so I don't really know why it didn't make it down. I know the front was way too tight, and the rear was probably too tight as well. But boost ramp wise and timing retard wise, it was the same tune. So we got some work to do. Time to go back to the drawing board, I guess. Alright, so it's been about a week or two since that last clip of me making a hit and failing. So did a once over everything, checked some things, I changed a couple things, I looked back through some notes, looked through a bunch of data, and I think I got an idea of what I need to do to get this thing to work a little bit better. So we're gonna take it out tomorrow, and we're going to bring the Trans Am as well. My dad hasn't made a pass in a while, so we're going to take that out as well and see what we can do. His car, you know, he doesn't really do much of the street stuff, mostly track, but he just really wants to get the Holly shift points and the fueling and all dialed in, because he hasn't really had a chance to do any of that other than us just driving around. So he wants to do that, and then I want to see what we can do on the street, see if we can make a good pass, make it down, and get back to how it used to be, where it was going 1/460 foots and doing what I told it to do. Lately it seems like I've been in left field, but we're gonna give it a try tomorrow and let's see what happens. Wish us luck. Come up a little bit, then you're good. All right. Want to do another little one, or yeah? So after my dad's first pass, he went to go turn it around and first turned into park. So the transmission's done. It's been due for a refresh. It hasn't been right in probably a year or two. It's been doing some weird stuff like the overdrive. It doesn't want to go in the overdrive, or if it does, it kind of goes in and out. Shifting wise, it's kind of all over the place, and I think that's ever since the Holly. I think the shift parameters are a little off. They need some tweaking, and that was the whole point of coming out here, to get that right. So yeah, I think it's time to refresh it, or it's time for a TH400. I know that's what I be doing. All right, I'm gonna properly. I just do it on the brake. that was the second pass. On the first pass, when I looked at the log, it hit a safety. My safeties are like super aggressive. Just as a safety, you know, I'd rather it cut the car down before I blow something up. So on the first pass in the burnout, it hit the safety, and that was just because for whatever reason, the closed loop went over 10%. It was in the burnout, so, you know, fuel's all over when you're doing a burnout. So I added a little wiggle room to that. And then on the second pass, it hit the safety. Thinking, okay, maybe it's the fuel. Maybe I got a clogged injector or something. So I go back from the second pass, I check the log, and sure enough, it's an oil pressure safety. And probably about a week ago, I took the car out around the corner from the house and made a little hit on the shoulder, testing out the traction control, because I haven't been able to test that out at all since I've had it. So I made a drive shaft curve and I tested the traction control, and it hit the rev limiter, you know, cutting cylinders and all that. And when I looked at that log, I saw that the oil pressure was a little low. Nothing crazy. I think it was like 50. Usually it's like 75. I didn't think nothing of it. I'm thinking whatever. So on the second pass, looking at the log, when I seen that it had hit the safety of 40, well, anything under 40 PSI, it'll revert to wastegate, not ignition cut. You know, that's how you really blow stuff up. So it reverted back to wastegate. Obviously, it's a noticeable change in the pass. It falls on its face, so I'll know to lift. So I'm thinking, well, maybe it's because I kind of hot lapped it. It was pretty warm. I think it was like 200 when I was driving back. So I'm thinking the oil might be a little thin. Let me let it cool down a little bit more. I'll check the oil level, make sure nothing's leaking, let it really, really cool down, then go up and make another one. So we're about to make another one right here.
Turn his camera around.
third pass, it did it again. It hit the safety. So at this point, I'm thinking maybe it's just the oil filter, because I had just did an oil change on it a couple weeks ago, and I put that new style junk AC Delco filter on. I've been seeing everybody complaining about it. So I'm thinking, well, maybe it just collapsed. Maybe that's the problem. So I just turned it around, went right back up into the tracks, didn't even do a burnout. I made a manual change on the laptop right there. I turned the safety down to, I believe, 25. Made another hit, and as you can see, it hit it again. So something's not right. I'd rather take it home, because at idle and cruise, the oil pressure was great. It was normal like always. I'm thinking, let me just take it home. I'll do an oil change tomorrow, and hopefully that's it. And yeah, that wasn't the case. The 4.8's done. I did the oil change, I cut open the filter, and I'll just put the picture of it right here. I don't know if that's cam bearing. Most likely it's probably rod bearing or the thrust bearing, because as you know, 4.8, it's a lot to get that thing spooled up, and I gotta do a lot of things to manipulate that. So it might have just pushed the thrust out of it. It might have pushed into the oil pump. I don't know. I doubt it's the cam bearings, strictly because the motor had brand new cam bearings on it when I got it, so I don't think it would wear them out that bad. Nothing really. This motor's never ever been apart, never. So I don't think it's got a bad lifter. It makes no noises, nothing. So at this point, I mean, the plan was to take it to Fall Brawl next month in November and just really just max it out. Just put like 100 on the dome, max the turbo out, see if it even blows up, see if it takes it, see if we can get a personal best. And then I got plans this winter to switch the setup all up. So I'm really not worried about it. The only thing I'm upset about is I really wanted to make Fall Brawl. I've made that track rental since I've put the car together, and it's kind of like a tradition at this point. It's good weather. I always get personal best because the prep's just great, and that's the only reason why I'm bummed. I didn't want the season to end this quick. I was just getting a handle on the suspension, and now it sucks. It's going to be down for a long time, I'm sure. Thinking about still taking it to Fall Brawl as it is. Just do an oil change beforehand. Don't drive it at all, and just turn it up, make one more pass, and see what happens, because nothing on this motor is going to be reused ever. So I'm not worried about really hurting it. I don't care. That's what I was telling people. I'd rather it put a hole in the block than this way. This is the lamest way, making a weak pass on the street and keep hitting a cut. I'd rather it blow the hood off, or blow a rod up in the sky or something. But that's the only reason why I'm down and out, because I just know it's going to be a while. I got some things in motion right now, but there's no telling when this car will be back up and running. Who knows? But yeah, it's been a trooper. It don't owe me nothing. It's a 4.8 Gen 3, the worst of the worst. Stock bottom end, stock Gen 3 rods. The only thing it has is a sloppy stage 2 cam, valve springs, good gaskets, Chinese eBay head studs. It's never lifted a head. It's never pressurized the coolant. Cheap eBay intake, cheap VS turbo, T480. It's super basic, and a real good beginner setup for somebody that's trying to get into it like I was. So now I've pretty much outgrown it. I'm ready to go faster. It's getting to the point where it's kind of boring now. I want to go faster and more reliable, so that's what I'm going to do. Like I said, it's been a trooper, though. It don't owe me nothing. I'm not even upset about it. I'm just mad that it happened this way. But yeah, I don't know when the next video will be, but thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys whenever.
Take me back to a place place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Too many things going on, I can't keep track of them all. From people dropping a bomb to people putting up walls. I feel like life is on hold, perception stuck in a vault. I know that time can heal all, but how much time till we fall? It's awfully chilly outside, when there's no shelter to hide. When everything is a lie, you'll find that out in some time. But when the things on your mind are all considered a crime, communication aside, we'll all just fight till we die. Is this an argument, or just the start of it? Either way, I don't wanna be a part of it. Can I just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces, fixing scars from this. Is this an argument, or just the start of it? I wanna drive away so I can be so far from it. I wanna find a place where no one breaks their promises. Or maybe drown myself in something that is bottomless. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. I know some things seem bad, but they could be much worse. There's always someone else who has a greater curse, a greater thirst, a hunger, pain, and burst. Just find whatever you got and try to be thankful first. I wanna feel again, I need a couple friends. I never really understood just how the story ends, but I can feel it's tense, don't know the consequence. The volatility of like my only confidence. Is this an argument, or just the start of it? Either way, I don't wanna be a part of it. Can I just get some space? I don't have the heart for this. I can't be picking up the pieces, fixing scars from this. Is this an argument, or just the start of it? I wanna drive away so I can be so far from it. I wanna find a place where no one breaks their promises. Or maybe drown myself in something that is bottomless. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all. Take me back to a place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to an age when the world felt small. Way back before we blew it all.